These modalities make it hurt.
Hi, my name is Alyssa Scott, and I'm the San Juan County Marine Mammal Stranding Network Coordinator. The San Juan County Marine Mammal Stranding Network is a program of the Whale Museum and has been since 1980. Everything that we do is permitted through NOAA, and we work really closely with SEADOC Society, particularly Dr. Joe Gatos, who is our network veterinarian. We respond to all alive and dead marine mammal strandings in San Juan County. And so if you're wondering what a marine mammal stranding is, it's one of four things. So the first is it's any marine mammal that is out of its natural habitat. The second is it's onshore and unable to return to the water. The third being it is in need of medical attention, or it is just simply dead. And so we respond to all marine mammal strandings of any size. Harbor seals are our most common simply because we experience harbor seal pupping season. Harbor seals in San Juan County are actually suspected to be at carrying capacity. They are at the highest population that the ecosystem can sustain. And so harbor seal pups have a 50% mortality rate in the first year. And so the majority of the strandings that we get in our year deal with harbor seal pups. Just last summer, we had over 200 calls for marine mammal strandings, probably 70%, 80% of those being for harbor seal pups. We responded to 140 animals. We conducted 73 level A investigations, meaning we were on that animal, we were taking straight length measurements, girth measurements, just a general assessment of the body condition to see if it's emaciated, if there's any wounds, potentially human interaction inflicted. And then in addition, we also conducted 20 necropsies. A necropsy, if you don't know, is an autopsy on an animal. And we conduct necropsies to learn more about the populations that we're working with. There are 5 main reasons why stranding networks are important. The first, it contributes to scientific research. As we know, marine mammal species only spend a fraction of their lives at the surface of the water, and therefore we know very, very little about their natural history. So strandings provide a really neat and unique opportunity to learn more about the species and conduct research. We work with every marine mammal, from harbor seals all the way to southern resident killer whales if one were to strand. We also help inform management decisions. So networks are the primary sources of learning how anthropogenic activities, meaning human activities such as fishing or recreational boating, how those activities affect marine mammals. And so our data is then given to NOAA to create stock assessment reports, which is then used to create decisions about policies and just management. We also expose human and ecosystem health issues, and we primarily do that by looking for zoonotic diseases in our necropsies. And a zoonotic disease is a disease that can be transferred from an animal to a human. And so when we do these necropsies, which again are led by Dr. Joe Gatos at SEADOC Society, we are looking for signs of a zoonotic disease that could potentially inflict itself onto our human population. And when we do find signs of a zoonotic disease, we pass that information off to our county health officers so that they can keep our county safe and inhibit potential outbreaks. We also provide education to the public. You might have seen us with our table out at the Port of Friday Harbor or oftentimes at Roche Harbor, where we are out educating the public on Share the Shore regulations, also Be Whale-Wise regulations. And lastly, we also serve as a safety net for marine mammals, meaning since we are often first on scene when a marine mammal stranding happens, we act as a marine mammal ambassador, keeping people away and making sure that no harm or human interaction occurs with that marine mammal. Share the Shore regulations are regulations that outline how to interact with marine mammals. And by that, I mean no feeding them, making sure that you keep your distance, which is 100 meters. Make sure that you're not taking selfies with them. and then no petting or touching them. If you go up to a marine mammal, it might not act as cute and cuddly as they look on Google Images, right? So in addition, we don't want to be getting too close to them because we want to keep them wild. That's their best chance of survival. Make sure that you keep your dogs on the leash when you go to the beach. Whether it seems like it or not, a lot of dogs do attack harbor seal pups who are unable to get back into the water. And we've had many cases over the years, but just last year we had 3 cases of dogs attacking harbor seal pups. I can't do my dog alone. A really interesting case that we experienced showing just how many organizations we work with. There was an adult harbor seal that was shot in the face here at our local fishing derby. We collected the animal, and for 3 weeks, the animal was transferred to mainland to pause to have its eye removed. It was brought back to Wolf Hollow to be rehabilitated. We worked with NOAA law enforcement to make sure that the man shooting the animal was charged. And we worked with Sea Dog Society and a whole host of other organizations. And I'm happy to report that the animal is now back in the wild and doing great. The Marine Mammal Protection Act, also known as the MMPA of 1972, prohibits the harassment of any marine mammal, and that includes shooting an animal. Large whale entanglements are happening in our waters, and we know it. Since 2014, there has been an increase. We actively look for, we train for, and we respond to large whale entanglements, often as a support role for the National Response Network. And we need your guys' help in finding these animals. So if you do cite a large whale entanglement, please give the national hotline a call. And that number is 1-877-SOS-WHALE. And try to have ready a description of the entanglement if possible. The species of the whale, coordinates, where you are, and then also photos are vital, as well as standing by until the trained professionals can arrive. Standing by is vital. In addition, it is best to keep your distance from the whale, as well as not intervening. Do not get in the water with the whale to try to cut off any gear, which often makes it harder for the responders to do their job, and also reduces the likelihood of the whale surviving. We are also preparing for the worst case scenario of any large whale, including a southern resident killer whale. So in 2018, when we experienced the unfortunate fate of J35's calf and also J50 looking emaciated, we prepared a live stranding kit at the ready in case any large whale were to strand. We'd be able to keep it alive as much as we could. But we also have a euthanasia kit for the last resort to take the animal out of its misery. And then if that were to be the case, or even if the animal were to strand dead, we have a field necropsy kit available. When a large whale strands, it's really important for us to get those tissue samples and conduct a full necropsy so we can learn more about why the animal stranded and what happened and what we can do to make sure it doesn't happen again. So if you do see a marine mammal stranding or even an entanglement of a harbor seal, a sea lion, or even a porpoise, please do give our local hotline a call, which is 1-800-562-8832. And if you see a large whale entanglement, please call the national hotline at 1-877-SOS-WHALE. In addition, if you want to get involved with the San Juan County Marine Mammal Stranding Network, we do take volunteers. Thank you so much for respecting the marine mammals in the Salish Sea. And if you have any questions regarding the workings of the San Juan County Marine Mammal Stranding Network, or just want to chat about marine mammals, feel free to send me an email.